Hi yogis, and welcome to my channel Pilates and Yoga with Sylvie. So this session we're going to just breathe and let go. I've got a lovely sequence planned for you. I was going to open up your hips as well as bringing a bit of opening to the front of the body and just having a lovely strengthening face for your back. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and begin. Any kind of position that feels right for you. So if you don't feel comfortable sitting on your mat, you're absolutely fine to maybe put a cushion underneath your bottom. And then the first and most important thing that you do is to find stillness. So you want to anchor your sit bones down into the floor. You might need to get the fleshy part out of the way. Have your legs cross-legged, Sukhasana, easy pose, or maybe even half lotus. And your hands going to simply relax in your lap or on the top of your thighs. With a nice next big beautiful breath in, let the shoulders relax away. And then lengthening out through the spine. So if you imagine that there is the center of the energy is at the base of your spine, and the next time as you're breathing that energy up all the way to the top of your head, to the crown of the head, and then back down. The breathing is not just happening in your belly and in your chest. The breath is also flowing down into your limbs. Consciously see if you can take the breath deeper down into your toes, into the fingertips. And as we find physical stillness, we're aiming to find mental stillness as well. So being mentally still, keeping our mind still and quiet is just as important as the ability to be able to relax our physical bodies. So with all the madness going on in the world, let's give ourselves a little chance to find a bit of peace and stillness inside, trying to quieten the mind by focusing inwards. Finding that stillness inside. Maybe choose to just keep an eye on the blackness and the black back of your eyes. That dark place that brings light. The breath is even. Feel the whole of the front and back of the body is balanced as you're breathing into them. And then your next in-breath, allow your hands to find the place in front of your heart. You may keep your eyes open or closed. And welcome back. So once you found a bit of a more quiet place, you're going to start. On your next in-breath, take a nice reach up towards the ceiling. On the out-breath, circle the arms down, bring the hands behind and let the chest open. Do that again. Inhale, reaching the hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax your arms, find the space behind and let the chest open. And this time see if you can open up through the hips as well, pushing the knees towards the ground. One more time like this. Breathing in to reach. And breathing out to release. Open the chest. We're going to move, bringing the feet and the knees together and finding our 4-point kneeling position. So place your hands underneath your shoulders, the knees underneath your hips. Spread the fingers so your second and the third finger is in line with your wrist. And then on your next inhale, simply let the belly drop towards the floor into your cow. On the exhale, pull the belly in and round for the back of the body into cat. And just another 2 more like this. Breathing in, lifting the eye gaze, and then breathing out to find a C-shape in the spine, rounding. One more time, breathing in, opening through the front of the body, pulling the shoulders back, and breathing out to curling. So they are going to build a little sequence here. You're going to breathe in and lift the eye gaze up, bring the crease of the elbow towards the front, and on the out breath, curl into a cat and let your hips sink back, so into a nice long child's pose. On the inhale, let your arms reach towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together, and on the exhale, bring the hands down in front of your heart. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, and bring the hands behind you. Let the hands touch, maybe fingertips, and lift the chest as you look up. Tuck your chin in on the inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale to find the hands back into your cow. And we do this again. Belly comes towards the floor, lifting up, big breath in. Breathing and round the back. Keep the C shape as you reach the hips back to your heels. Breathing in to let the arms rise, sitting back when your heels lift up if you need to. Breathing out, bring the hands to center. And again, inhale to rise and open the chest. Exhale to let the hands reach behind. And this time you may lift the hips off the ground with a bit of a squeeze in the back of the body. Beautiful. One more time. Hands going to touch the ground. Find that place. Breathe in. Reach the eye gaze forward. Breathing out. Curl. Let your arms be long. Maybe reach a little further even to feel the stretch. On the inhale, we're lifting the arms up and then letting the hands find that heart center. Breathing in. Reaching the arms up. Circle the arms behind. Hands find a comfortable place. And you let the hips rise, keeping the chin tucked in. If you feel comfortable, maybe look up. Let the hips release. And this time, walk the hands forward. Lean towards your left side and let your right leg step forward. So we are coming into a bit of a lunge position. So you want to find a bit of stretching your hips, running above your ankle. From here, once you find a bit of a release through the hip, I'd like you to gently lift up, placing the hands onto your thigh, and just allow yourself to sink down into the hips, being aware that you want to keep the tailbone tucked under, so you're not completely hanging on the ligaments. So once you got a lovely release in the hips, I'd like you to gently pull back a little bit, and bring this leg back until you find that there is a 90-degree angle in the knees. So there's not much tension going on here. The front knee is aligned with your hip. Allow the shoulder to relax away. Let the arms reach up towards the ceiling on the inhale. And on the exhale, release the arm back and down. Draw a circle. Inhale to reach again. Exhale to release. The spine is long. The tailbone is tucked under. The belly is strong. One more time. Reaching through the ceiling. This time, bring the hands behind you. If it feels comfortable, take a clasp. And allow the hands to just gently press down towards your bottom or towards the heel, and really opening through the chest. You may look up, adding a teeny bit of a back bend. Remember, we're just warming up. And then as you come back to center, you can stay here or place your hands on your hips. Your front knee is gently going to roll towards the front, coming onto the outer edge of your foot, and then bring it back to center. And we do that again. The front knee coming out, keeping the hip square, and back to center. One more time. Let the knee or the foot come to the edge, feeling the opening in the hip, and back to center. Reach your arms towards the ceiling on the inhale. On the exhale, let the hands touch down. Bring the leg back. Breathe in, belly to floor, cow. Breathing out, curl and pull back. Stretch. Breathing in, lifting the arms, open the chest. Breathing out, release the hands to the middle of the chest. One more time, breathing in to lift. And breathing out to find space as you touch your hands down, open the chest, maybe lift your hips. Coming back, you're going to do this on the other side. So you find the hands underneath the shoulder. You're going to let your body lean over to the left side or the right side and step your left leg free. So it's a nice long lunge to start with, to feel this release in your hip. You let the chest Be nice and proud, and you pull the shoulders back, finding length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. On your next out breath, hands on your thighs, lifting up. So you're going to find that your front knee coming away from the front foot. Find a 90-degree angle. Allow your shoulders to pull back a little bit. Take a nice big breath in and let the arms rise, and then circle them back and down. Good job. Lifting and releasing. 2 more like this. Feeling that stretch right in the front of the body, the space that you create. As you come back, create that clasp and pull the chest open. You may push your knuckles towards the floor. You may look up, creating a little bit of squeeze between the shoulder blades. You go where you feel comfortable. Next time, on the inhale, come back to center. Keep your hands if that feels comfortable. And we are going to open the front knee. So let the leg gently slide onto the outer edge and bring it back to center. Keep the rest of your body as still as possible, opening through the front or the left hip. Last one. And then allow yourself to come back. Let the hands find the floor. Bring the legs back. Sit the hips all the way back. This time open your knees a little bit wider so the big toes come towards each other. And reach your hands a little longer, placing the forehead down, creating a lovely space in that front or the back of the body. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, just gently lift. So come and face me in a seated position. Sit on your sit bones, cushion underneath if that feels comfortable. And then allow your right foot to come in front, so if you are crossing your legs, or Sukhasana. Here's one in line with the other. So finding the shoulders back and down, creating a lovely bit of space here. Next time as you inhale, let the hands reach towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, allow the arms to open up and just about to shoulder height, maybe a little lower, palms facing me. Take an in-breath to turn towards your left side. And as you breathe out, come back to center and turn over to the left. So we are going to find just a little bit of movement in the rotation in the spine. If you feel comfortable, keep breathing and turning. If you want to speed up, we are going to breathe in as we turn to the left and breathe out as we turn to the right. So in and out, in and out. If this is too stiff, stay with the slow breathing. Two more. And as you find your way back, slow down, allow the arms to relax, let the legs extend out in front of you. So the toes facing up towards the ceiling, the hands gonna find the space behind you, and we're gonna find the length again. So you might not reach down to the floor, that's fine. Create that length in the spine. Great job. When you're ready, pick up your right foot and bring the right foot towards your chest. If you feel comfortable, keep the length in the left leg and bring the right knee up so the foot is leaving the floor. So you're going to find the right hand wrapping around your right shin, the left hand relaxing the floor. Allow the right knee to come out from the side, from the middle and back to the center. So out to the side, back to the center. So you may just bring a little movement like this into the leg. If you feel comfortable, you might come back to center and give a little bit of an ankle roll. So just rolling through the ankle. And you can do the same with the hip joint, so bringing a bit of a circular motion into the hip, a couple of circles one way then the other. Good. As we bring the leg back to center, we're going to let the knee fall out to the side as far as it goes. If you can, tuck the sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh. So the left leg is still nice and active. Inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, gently tip forward. Allow your right hand to come to the outside edge of your left foot and the left hand to simply relax down. So you're going to find a bit of a twist, twisting towards and a bend towards the left leg. When you're ready, bring both of your hands together. You may come up a little higher. You're going to breathe in and reach the left arm towards the back and then bring the hands back and down together. Do that again, reaching the left arm, opening through the chest, and bringing it back and down. One more time. Let the shoulder turn and rotate and find the way back. Good. On your next inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. Allow both legs to extend. Find your Dandasana, the seated stuff pose. Opening the chest, maybe look up. And let's do this on the other side. Coming back, bringing your left knee in. And then if you can, lift it off the ground. So let's just start with bringing the leg in and out. Simply opening up through the hip. That's it. One more time. Keep that breath flowing and just add a little rotation through the ankle. So turn the ankle around a couple of times and the other way. And then the hip. Circle it out and back to center. It doesn't have to be rigid. Just make it flowy, make it fluid. Sit on a cushion if you find your lower back hurting here. And then once you come back to center, let the foot touch. Allow the foot to relax, out of the knee to relax. And then find that activation in the right leg. Breathe the arms up and tipping forward. Find the left hand on the outside edge of the right foot. Just tip forward a little bit from the hips. Coming up a little higher if you find that leaning forward too much, too early. And then when you're ready, bringing the hands together. Beautiful. So you're going to take a nice big breath in. Then breathing out to open the right hand. Palms towards the ceiling. Look behind, bringing the eye gaze to the hands, step forward. Two more like this. Opening, moving the shoulder joint in the socket. One more time. And then bringing those hands together. Great work. Let the arms reach up as you extend both legs. Allow the hands to relax back and down. Let the legs bend, bring them about hip width apart. And just take a little windscreen wiper down to the left as you inhale. Back to center and down to the right. Great work, well done. So as we come back to our center, knees and feet comes together, bringing those legs behind you. So the knees going to come about hip width apart. Your toes are just relaxing behind, sitting back into a rock pose. Let the hands find the center of your heart. On the in-breath, on the out-breath, simply lift up, finding the hips above your knees. So we're coming into Parikrasana gate pose, which is a preparatory pose. So allow your body to lean over to the left and let the right foot step out to the side. So the toes is going to face to the short end of your mat. Think about keeping the hips still nice and square towards the front, and this foot is in line with your knee. So once you got that, simply stay. So you can let your hands relax in front of your heart center. You can allow your hands to come out nice and wide. If you're going to come with me, we're going to find a side bend. The right hand elbow going to find space on the right thigh. And the left arm is going to take a nice long reach across. So you can reach towards the ceiling and really feel the stretch down the side of the body. Or you can take it into a bit more of a side bend. So it depends on what feels right. Now just know that this hip is going to, the knee going to want to push. The hips want to come out here. So see if you can keep that 90 degree in the knee, everything facing the front. Beautiful. So taking one more nice big deep breath in, and on your next out breath, bring your arms back into a nice wide position, lifting out through the chest. Let the left hand slide into your hip, the right arm take a nice stretch across, and this time you are going to feel the stretch on this side of the body. If you'd like a little bit more, you may reach down towards the floor with your hand. You can touch the fingertips down of planting the hand into the floor, and you can reach the arm up and across, reaching towards or away from the body, keeping that right hip open. One more inhale, exhale, find the center back, bring the hands down, take a little shoulder roll. And then let's do this on the other side. So relax your hips, taking a nice breath in, find your hands into your heart center. And then leaning over towards the right side, let the left leg step out. So you can let go of the hands, position yourself if you need to, about 90 degrees, and you might find that it's different on this side. Alright, so you're gonna find the hip opening, allow the hands to come back. Once you feel comfortable, stay if you wish. Simply being in this position already, opening up those hips. On the next out breath, let your left elbow come to the left thigh, the right arm reaching up and over. And you might be happy here, you may just stay. You may take in a little deeper, reaching further through the fingertips. Remember to tuck the tailbone under, keeping the hips facing front. And one more nice in breath. On the next out breath, arms come nice and wide. So you can stay here with the right hand on the hip and the left arm over, taking that lovely side bend as you bring over to the other side. Or you may reach down, make sure it's safe, and you really open up. Pull the bottom of the ribcage in so they're not flaring out. You got the support of the hips, the tailbone tucking under. One more in breath, and on the out breath, coming back to center. Find your hands to heart center and bring your legs back. Great work. I believe we're ready to coming up to standing. So find your 4-point kneeling position. And let's find our first downward facing dog. So the hand's gonna find the space just underneath the shoulders. The tailbone is nice and tucked under. Breathing in, breathing out, tuck your toes. Let the knees lift off the ground. And then start pressing the hips towards the heels while your knees are bent. And then when you feel ready, let those hips find that ceiling, so come towards the ceiling. As you're straightening through the legs, you're going to find that space right in the back of the legs. So just checking in with your arms, with your hands, making sure that your inner arch of the arms are opening towards the ceiling. You feel all of your 10 toes pressing down deeply into the floor. The belly's pulling in, and you find your drishti, your eye gaze towards the knees, maybe the belly button. One more nice big in breath. As you breathe out, allow your knees to bend and take a slow walk towards your hands. Let your feet find about hip width distance. Allow the upper body to just sink down for a little bit more. With your peace finger and your thumb, if you feel comfortable, holding on to your big toes. As you breathe in, lift your eyes and the eye gaze off the floor, and as you breathe out, see if you can allow the upper body to come closer towards the legs, flaring the elbows out, almost pulling your body towards the legs, finding stretch in the back of the body. One more in breath, relax your hands, and as you breathe out, lifting up halfway, place your hands onto your shin. Next time as you inhale, bend your knees a little bit. As you exhale, reach the arms up and out, hips sink into your chair, and then reaching the arms up towards the ceiling, hands come together, and find the hands to your heart center. And just close your eyes for a few seconds, stay here for just another couple of breaths. Thinking of that energy force, the prana, the breath that's washing over us every time we pause and stop. And as we move, the continuous energy. So setting an intention right now, offer your practice to someone or something that's important to you as we're heading on to our sun salutations. We're going to start nice and gentle with your classical Surya Namaskar. On your next inhale, let your arms open, coming into Tadasana. Open up, bring your feet together, firm the legs, the second and third toe in line with your heel, really pressing ground, find your roots, and bring the legs alive, squeezing through the back of and front of the body equally. Next time as you inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. Bring the palms together. On the exhale, little bend in the knees if you need it. Bring the hands either side of your front foot. Eye gaze to knees, belly in. Breathing in, hands to floor or onto your shin, flat back extension. And then let your upper body release down. Take a long step back with your right foot. And then let your right knee come into the floor. Inhale to lift the arms up towards the ceiling in your low lunge. And breathing out to relax your hands. Tuck your back toes, bring the leg in. If you need to, knees down, and slowly lower your upper body down. So you're going to aim to bring the chest, the chin, the chest, and the hips back last. Pull the shoulders back into a gentle baby cobra. Option arms down for swings. Relax the upper body down. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips and push back up to downward facing dog. That's a nice big out breath. Take a long breath in. Bend your knees, and as you look forward, step your right foot in. Option is to bring the left knee down first and half with the hands. And then the arms are reaching back and up. Beautiful length, stuck in the tailbone under. Reaching the hands back and down, tuck your back toes and step your feet back together. If you need to, feet hip width apart. On the inhale, flat back extension or hands to floor. And breathing out to release back into your forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, extended mountain pose, lifting, maybe reaching up, looking toward the thumb, and then find your hands to your heart, Samasthiti here. Arms opening in the next inhale. Lift and reach. On the out breath, come forward. Shift your hips over the heels. Inhale, flat back extension. You come up higher if you need to. Long leg, long arms, back and down. This time step your left leg back. The long step, and then let the knee release. Inhale, really reach up. Find the space in your hips, relax as you breathe out. Come back into your plank position, knees down if you need to, and we're going to slowly lower down. So if you need to, knees down, and remember chest and chin finding the floor. As you lift the front of the body, stay in contact with the hips, and then releasing back and down. Push your hips back, find your down dog. Look forward, step your left leg through. Knee down, and then open as you reach. So it's really about offering whatever you got. Using all of the breath, all of the energy in your body. Back knee lifts and step your feet together. Lifting on the in-breath, space in your body. And then releasing on the out-breath. One more round like this. Breathing in, we're getting your hips ready. Breathing out. Can you find more space in those hips? Can you find more space in the back of the body? On the in-breath. Long extension of your spine. Releasing back and down. Right leg, step it back. You want to make it really, really long and strong. As you release your knee, you prepare to open up with the front of your body. Release the arms back into the floor. Tuck your toes. Lift the back knee and step back. So plank, knees down if you need to. Lower yourself down. Allow the chin, the chest to find the ground. Relax your feet as you push out of the ground. You may come up a little higher. And then release. Tuck your toes. Push out of the floor. Where is your attention now? Can you keep the inner arm towards your fingers? Look forward, step your right leg free. Knee down, arms reach, lifting out of the base and then back and down. Back toes tuck, feet step together. Inhale as you rise through the upper body, flat back. Exhale, sink back into the floor, crown the head to the floor. Inhale, lifting up and out of it. And exhale to release. One more round. Open on the in-breath. Feel the roots and the extension on the out breath. Slowly fly. Just the arms is just like wings. How much can you fold? Open up. Release back. Uttanasana again. This time bend your knees and left leg steps back. And allow the knee to touch. The arms lift on the in-breath. And the arms release on the out breath. Tuck your toes, step back. Plank, slowly lower down, keeping the strength in the body, touching, chin, chest, belly, stay on the ground as you lift up, release, tucking the toes under, hips rib high, and this time we're aiming to keep all of the toes down as we press deeply into the floor, maybe the heels, bending the knees, step your left toes forward, left foot forward, knee right knee down. Open and reach and release. Back leg touch, tuck, and step your feet together. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, release down. Inhale all the way up. And then find peace and a bit of rest with your hands in front of your heart. Next time, as we come into your next round of sun salutations, we're going to add on with a bit of opening. Taking a beautiful big breath in. Let the arms come up and then align the hands to reach a little further higher up. Let your upper body sink into the floor. Find your Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back extension. Exhale and release back down. This time step your right leg back again. So you may decide to keep the back heel off the ground. This time step back into a plank. So knees on the floor if you need to. Allow your upper body to slowly release down. Chaturanga. And then as you come towards the floor, your hips may or may not touch. Pull the shoulders back and then lifting up. So the high cobra or maybe staying in low cobra. Release back and down into the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift the hips and then push your hips up nice and high as you find your downward facing dog. So when you feel ready, take a nice big in breath and let your left leg lift up towards the ceiling. And then take your time to bring this left knee towards your chest and step the leg through. Help with your hand if you need to. So the left knee is above the ankle, and I'd like you to turn the right foot out so the toes are facing the long side of your mat. So you're going to come up into Warrior Two, taking a nice big in breath, and then let your arms come into that position. So you want to find your hips and your shoulders to face towards the center. So you feel the roots. Pressing down strongly through the front foot, the knees pushing towards the little toe. You've been through this. The edge of your foot is pushing down. And you want to have that rotation in the thigh and just find that calmness. So you may look towards your front, towards that long middle finger of your right arm, left arm. Next time as you breathe in, I'd like you to take a nice look, turn the palms towards the ceiling and take a nice extension of your left leg. Turn both feet towards the center and then allow your hands to come towards each other. Let your knees bend and then simply sink down into a goddess pose. So the knees are pressing towards your little toes. You can come up a little higher if you think that's too hard. So once you're here, see if you can let your hands slide up just towards your third eye, your nose, and then maybe bring the forearms together. So you're welcome to just stay here. Otherwise, you can try and bring the back of your left hand up to the back of the right hand, and as your elbows flare out, try and bring them together. This is your second option. Option number 3, you're going to reach the left arm underneath the right to find eagle arms. And then we're going to try and bind the hands, connect them together. Again, if your legs are getting tight, you can come up a little higher. Just to ease, it's all about the arms. Take a nice big breath in. And on the out breath, I'd like you to tuck your chin towards your chest and start curling forward. So you're going to curl forward just until you find that your tailbone is still tucked under and you've got a nice opening through the back of your body. You've got 2 more breaths in here. Feel the elbows coming in towards your belly. You may come down a little deeper if that feels right, and if not, come on up a little higher. 1 more in breath, and on your next out breath, slowly release your arms, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, and find your Warrior Two on the same side again. So turn your left toes out, reach the arms, and then press the knee towards your little toe, pressing the outside edge of your right foot down. Circle the arms back and down as you inhale, pick up the back heel, come into a lunge position, and then step your foot back into a downward facing dog. Hips are coming nice and high. Breathing in, breathing out to slowly come forward into your plank, knees down if you need to. Chaturanga, lower down, nice and slow. Once you're close to the floor, you can come all the way down for Cobra, or you can untuck your toes and then come up into an upward facing dog. Looking up. Coming back to downward facing dog. So taking a beautiful big breath in. As you breathe out, I'd like you to stretch more into the floor and then bend one knee and then the other. So we want to walk this tension out of your body. So let's repeat this on the other side. When you feel ready, bring in a nice big breath in. Breathing out and walk your hands towards your toes. Slowly, mindfully, roll yourself up. Allow your arms to reach up towards the ceiling and find the hands back to center. Beautiful work. Arms release, reach, and then let your arms come all the way up. Circle them back and down, Uttanasana. Hands to floor, flat back extension. Inhale, exhale, release back and down. This time, again, start to the left leg this time. Take a long step back into your lunge. Find your left leg back and down, lower down from the plank. All the way down to the floor. Pulling the shoulders open as you lift. Maybe high cobra, maybe upward facing dog, maybe low cobra. Push those hips high. Lovely job, well done. So find your down dog. All 4 points of your body pressing down. Release the shoulders, balance the body weight on your hands and feet. This time, inhale, let your right foot float up. All the way towards the ceiling or as high as you feel comfortable. Bring that right knee towards your chest as you exhale and step the leg through. So now come forward with this right foot forward. The left foot turning towards the back of the room away from me. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly float your arms up into Warrior Two. So you're gonna, I'm gonna turn around so you can see, but you stay where you are. So you're gonna find your feet in that position. The back foot is turning towards the front of your mat. The front foot is pressing above the ankle. Eye gaze on your arm, right down the middle finger. So find that stillness, find the strength, find that opening. When you're ready, allow the arms to breathe, turn palms up towards the ceiling, and as you breathe out, simply reach your arms up towards the ceiling, turn the both toes towards the long side of your mat, and you may bend your knees a little bit, bringing the heels in, finding your goddess pose, slide your hands to your heart center, elbows out. So you might be facing away from me, but we're gonna do exactly the same as we did on the other side. So you take a big breath in, let the hands slide up towards your nose, maybe the forehead. And then you're gonna create tension between the forearms as you bring the elbows towards each other. So you're gonna find the upper back opening up. You may stay here. You may bring the right hand, or the back of the right hand towards the left hand, and we still wanna keep those elbows together. So keep those forearms towards each other. You might come up a little higher, remember, if you feel the tension. And then finally, if you feel comfortable, you're going to reach the right arm underneath the left and then take the bind with your eagle arms. 2 beautiful breaths in here. And the next time as you breathe out, you're going to start to curl. Only if that feels right. So open a little bit more for the back of the body, tucking the chin in, and then feeling that release in the back of the body. So it's really important to open up. Good. You're going to take 2 more breaths in here. Come up a little higher. It's all about the back of your body. If you need to, one more time, inhale. And then exhale to release your arms. Find your foot back into your Warrior Two, the same side. And then sink back and down into it. Taking a nice big breath in. Breathing out. Bring the hands, both of them down into your lunge position. So you should face the front of your mat. And the next time, as you breathe out, come back to downward facing dog. Push those hips up nice and high. Let the legs pedal out if they need it. And then I think you deserve a nice to release. So whenever you're ready, let your knees bend. Allow the knees to come down towards the floor. And push the hips back into your child's pose. So if you feel that you need a little rest for your shoulders, allow the hands to come underneath your forehead. Maybe behind your back, by your feet. Relax the upper body as you breathe deeply into it. So you're going to find a bit more energy for your back and then loosen up with the hips. Next time as you inhale, with the hands underneath your shoulders. And take a slow walk out so your hands going to come away from the hips. Whenever you feel ready, allow yourself to lower all the way down to the floor. So you're going to find the arms simply resting either side of your mat. Letting the shoulders relax away. The feet about hip width apart. Your forehead might come down. And just find your new position, your new setup, taking a couple of breaths in again. Next time, as we're breathing out, I'd like you to take a lovely big breath in, and on your next out breath, nice and gently, take a gentle lift up, lifting your head off the ground, creating a little bit of a back bend as you press the arms into the floor. into swings, and then slowly releasing the upper body back and down. So in your own tempo, breathing in, gently lifting the bit of your rib cage. Try to relax through the lower part of the back and the legs, so the back's doing the lifting, and then back and down. You move in your own tempo one more time, and then we have got just a little bit of an alteration here, so you're coming towards our burpees. So next time, as you come back and down, or as you lift up, I'd like you to bring the forearms a little bit closer toward each other. And we're going to have a position where we're going to use our arms and legs as well. So taking a nice big breath in, I'd like you to bend your right knee and then bring the right thigh still on the floor, bringing the right foot towards the bottom. Now your left arm, to the arm away from you, is going to come across your body, so the fingers pointing towards the long end of your mat. Taking a nice big breath in as you reach your right hand behind, and see if you can hold on to your foot. So it can be the outside edge of your foot. You may be able to hold in onto the inside edge of your foot, or maybe your toes. You want to feel a long extension through the front of the body, and as your upper body starts to drop, see if you can press into that front arm and keep it away from the floor, nice and open. So your aim is to bring the foot maybe a little bit closer towards the body, keeping the knee in line with your hip. Take one more nourishing breath in here, and then as you breathe out, let go of the foot, bring the arms back and down, and then you may come back into that nice wide position so you can relax down for a second. We're gonna go straight on the other side. So when you're ready, come back, bend your left knee, bring the right arm across, so the elbow is just a bit away from the shoulder, and then just pressing into the floor. The left arm reaching back, and then hold on to the foot wherever it feels comfortable. So maybe the outside, the inside, maybe the top of the foot, and you might find that this side is different again. So we are always working different on both sides. You got weak and strong sides. So lifting out of the floor, you may bring the foot a bit closer, you may just holding on, feeling the strong back bend. One more in breath, and breathe out to relax your foot, bring the arms back and down, and simply let your upper body relax a little bit. Next time, inhale, place your hands on the shoulders, and exhale to find length in the back of the body, child's pose. So sit all the way back with your heels towards your, or the bottom, the hips towards your heels. Taking a nice long in breath as you slowly roll yourself up. Find your hands just on the top of your thighs. Slowly roll yourself up and let your shoulders relax away. Next time as you inhale, I'd like you to reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Open the chest, and then imagine you're pressing your hips forward, so you got a bit of a squeeze in the back of the body, extension through the front of the body. Let your arms relax back and down and sit back towards your heels. So you're going to do a camel, dancing camel position, when you're simply moving one side at a time. So I'd like you to take a nice big in breath. Your front arm, the right hand, as you lift your hips up, the right hand's going to reach towards your left hand maybe reach towards the ankle. And then you're going to sit your hips back, and we change sides. You're going to bring the left arm across towards the right. So if I face you, you're going to simply move from here, lifting the hips and the arm up and across to the opposite side, and the hand in the back may or may not touch the back heel on the same side. So you might going to lift a little higher and curling right into it, or you may just holding on to the lower back. So as you lift up, you may be here. And neither of them is good or bad. It's your body. Start to listen to it. One more time each side. And in a bit of twist, you can look back if that feels right. And then as we finish here, you're going to come back into that position on the tummy. So lower yourself down the way you feel comfortable. And then let's find our full bow pose. So whenever you're ready, you're going to find your arms either side of your body. Forehead down, get ready. Breathing in, feet about hip widths apart. Breathing out. Take your time. Allow your legs to bend, feet coming towards the ceiling, and then slowly, mindfully lift out of the ground. You may reach the arms, one arm a little bit longer, so the left arm a bit longer, right hand's reaching and trying to hold on to the inside of the foot if you can. Good. Or maybe the outside, so it depends on where it is for you. And then you're going to reach back with the other hand, holding onto those ankles, bring the feet towards the bottom. Once you got them, take a big breath in. You may relax down and just hold a low bow pose, or you may lift out of it and pressing the thigh off the ground, squeezing your back of the body as you push your ankles into your hands. Squeezing between the shoulder blades as you open up more. You may look up, you maybe lift your thighs a little bit more. Keep those knees in, one more in breath. And on the out breath, slowly release your knees, slowly relax your feet, your arms, and breathe. So it's a big energy surge whenever we do a back bend. Loads of energy moving in the body. Good. Once you feel comfortable, push yourself into your child's pose. Make it a good relaxing one, so you may open your knees a bit wider. You may bring the forearms down, the forehead, resting on your hands. And that's the hard work done. So we're going to come into a bit more calming position. But before we do that, we're going to have a go at your dancing camel again to release your spine. So as you come up, find your knees in line with your hips. Allow the shoulder to relax away. Breathing in, your right arm come across to the left. Left hand on your lower back or on the left heel. And then back again. So simply sit the hips back as you move from side to side. So you're going to let the hips float forward. The arms flying across like you're drawing a semicircle shape on the ceiling. One more time. So bring a bit of twist into your spine. You don't have to lean back at all if that doesn't feel right. Last one. And then as you find your way back, I'd like you to come into seated position. So how are we feeling? I feel energized and tired at the same time. Come into Dandasana, please. So you're gonna find your feet about hip width apart. The hands gonna find the floor, pointing the fingers forward, and then allow the chest to really lift and open. So you can stay exactly where you are. I'm gonna turn sideways so you see what's happening. We're gonna work one leg at a time and working into the hips. So take a nice long wing breath once you find that lovely length in the spine. And as you breathe out, just release your hands and bring your right foot towards your groin. So remember how we did in our warm-up, we picked up the foot and brought the foot off the ground. Now I'd like you to bring the leg across and almost like you're cradling a baby, bring the foot towards your chest and bring the right arm just around that right knee, maybe the right thigh. Now you can just hold the foot and stay here, right? If you feel comfortable, you got the mobility in your hips, in your shoulders, in your arms, you're gonna reach the right arm as well and hooking the right arm, the right elbow around the foot. You may be able to connect your hands as you cradle your leg. Good. Or not, you may just hold the leg. So I'd like you to sit up nice and tall as you can. So try to avoid really rounding into the back. And then all I'd like you to do is bring the knee away from the center and back to center. So almost like a rocking motion. Okay, your left leg may move, that's fine, as long as your back is nice and straight. One more time like this. Good. As you bring the leg back to the center, with your right hand, the peace finger and the thumb, going to wrap around your big right toe. And see if you can bring this right leg out to the side, like an archer's pose. That's it. So if this is too much, you can always relax back the right foot against the left inner thigh. Just use your left arm to come out on the side like a counter pose, or helping you balance your weight out. And let the right arm really pull, so you really feel that opening in your right hip. Now take one more in breath, and on the out breath you relax the right foot, and we're going to bring the right foot across on the top of your left leg. Now you may not get there. So if you find that you can't quite get the foot in there, it's okay just to tuck the foot to the inner thigh. If you're bringing this foot up, try to relax the foot and bring it right up to the groin with the knee coming a little closer towards the floor. You don't push it, don't press it, whatever feels good for the body. The left leg is still nice and active. And let your shoulders relax. Just breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Nice and deep. So you got one more in breath here in this half lotus position with the leg. And then we're going to come into Marichasana. So you're going to bring this right foot out. Feel free to give them a little bit of a shake if you need it. And you're going to bring the right foot towards your right buttock or hip line. So this time we are going to try and fold our body. Now it's going to be a challenge, so do the best you can. Whenever you feel ready, taking a nice big in breath and reach your arms towards the ceiling. On the out breath, relax your right hand behind you and then bring the left hand behind as well. So you sit in a really, really nice and tall. You may just stay here. You may reach the right arm back up. You're going to start to reach towards your left foot. So you're going to have a little bit of a band, the C shape in the spine. Again, you may just stay here. Try not to force it, relax your eye gaze. If you feel you got it, you're going to try and reach this right arm, hooking the right armpit towards the leg, and then reaching behind, you may be able to connect the fingers. And then let those toes active on the left side. Allow the eye gaze to come towards the leg. Maybe close your eyes if you need to. Remember, don't take it too fast. Stop where you need to. One more in breath. And on your next out breath, slowly release the arms. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. Allow both legs to extend. And give them a nice little shake. Good job. Well done. So we're going to keep moving. You're going to let this right foot come in again. Right? And then the left foot. So you're going to bring the feet about hip width apart. Let yourself have a little bit of a windscreen wiper action here. So before we go on the other side, I've got a little bit more sequence for your hips. So you're going to lean towards your right side and bring the right shin parallel with the right side of the short of the end of the mat. Your left leg can come behind, keep it bent. So you're going to lean over your right leg. So the body is going to be balanced with the hands either side of your right foot. And this is where you are, maybe where you are today. If you want a little bit more, we're coming into one-legged pigeon. So lifting up and out of the position, you're going to reach this right leg behind you, turning the right thigh, the knee, the foot towards the floor, and you're going to allow the right side of the hip to come to, or the left side of the hip to come towards the floor. So you're going to find the hands right in front of you, and then when you feel comfortable, allow the hands to reach or push into the floor. You might come up into the fingertips if you've got short arms like me. And then feel that big bend and the stretch happening at the same time. So keep the tailbone tucking under. You're feeling the stretch here. And you're going to feel the upper body really, really strong. Option if you struggle here is to let this back leg bend. Okay, so just do what feels comfortable. It's a great idea to put a blanket or a bit of support block maybe underneath the right hip or underneath this right buttock. Good. So when you feel ready, take a nice big in breath. And then breathing out slowly, maybe reach your hands a bit further forward and allow your upper body to come closer towards the ground. I'm going to play a little bit here. You're going to inhale to press out of the ground, lifting up through the chest. You maybe bring the hands closer. And you're going to exhale to relax the whole of the body down, forehead into the floor. One more time, inhale to lift. All the way up. You might lift your eye gaze if you feel comfortable for the back of the neck, opening more for the front of the body, and then bringing the hands back and down, forehead back and down to the floor. Good. One more in breath. As you breathe out, we lift up, bringing the hands to the middle of the shin, and then slowly, mindfully reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. This may be where you are. You may keep your hands down. If you feel comfortable, let the back leg bend. We're adding a massive stretch in your hips and your quad. And you got the choice to reach back, holding on to the inside or outside of your foot. And then look forward towards the front of your mat again, squaring the hips and shoulders. You might stay here, you might bring the foot a little closer towards your bottom. Good. One more big, nice in breath here. And as we breathe out, you're going to let go of the foot. Keep the right leg where it is. Bring the right knee in, so the right knee coming towards the right foot, or the left knee in. and then simply stay. I'd like you to reach your arms towards the ceiling, releasing your spine with a twist. Reach the right hand behind you, touch the fingers down if you can, and let the left hand gently press against your right thigh as you look over your right shoulder, taking a little sage twist. One more in breath, and then simply releasing on the out breath. Come back to center, relax your legs. Good job. So let's do this on the other side. So remember, we start in Dandasana with your feet together, toes up, long spine, sit bones anchored down, get the fleshy part out if you got that, and then lifting up, sitting on something if you feel you can't find length in your spine. Beautiful. Release. Bring the left foot in. So all on the other side. First, just bring that foot in, lift it off the ground. Then you, as you lift the foot up, opening up through that left hip, see if you can cradle that leg. So you're going to bring the left arm around the thigh and the right arm around the foot, and you may bring the leg a bit closer in. You're going to bring the knee in and out. Good. So wherever you are, and again, you might be different on this side, keeping that length in the spine. Good. One more time. As we bring the leg back to center, good. Turn to take a nice big in breath, and the out breath with the left peace finger and thumb. Two peace fingers and thumbs. You're going to grab the left toe and you're simply going to open up. So you're going to find that there is, the shin is parallel with the floor, the elbows pulling back, so it's an arch, like an archer. So normally you would reach the arm up and lean towards your front leg. We're not going to do that today. You're going to bring the right arm out and just balance it. So think about pressing your hips or the chest forward, and then really engaging through the arm, opening the hip up. So pulling the leg back as far as you can. If you're hypermobile, make sure you control it. Feel the joints being safe. One more time, breathing in. And on the out breath, we simply relax the foot and we're going to bring it across. So I've got an injury in my calf. I can't bring this knee any further down than that. So if you can, that's okay. Try to relax the foot. And remember, your option, if you can't get the foot onto the top of the thigh, is to bring the foot maybe against your inner thigh, or maybe just sit legged in Dandasana, or cross, simply legs straight. So lifting up tall, just taking one more in breath, and on your next out breath, bring this leg out, let the foot come towards the bottom, shake your legs out if you need to, your last little challenge here. So sit up tall as you reach your arms towards the ceiling. Bring your arms behind you, open the chest, dig your fingers into the floor as you keep nice and light for your sit bones. Good. When you feel ready, your left arm going to reach towards the ceiling and you're going to reach towards the big toe. So again, you might be different on this side. I might not get there. So you can try and find that reach running for the back of the body. You may stay here. You may reach this left arm behind you and hold it on. I got there. That's it. So dragging that knee in is going to be very tight for the hips. And don't worry if you can't quite get there. This is not an easy pose. So again, you've got several options through the way, on the way. Choose what feels right. Take one more in breath. And then in your next out breath, simply let go of the hands. Reach the legs straight. Reach the arms towards the ceiling. And back to Dandasana. Lift out of the ground. Beautiful work, well done. Come back to center and then let your legs take a little windscreen. So feet a bit wide and hips. Keep the breath flowing as you move here. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to turn this time towards your left leg. So the left leg is going to face, or the left shin, the short side of your mat. Bring the right leg behind. You can keep this right-legged position, or you know where to go. You may bring the body weight forward. You may extend through that right leg, and again, I've got a bit of problem with this calf, so I want you to bring the foot a little closer towards the groin, and you're going to try and keep the left side of the buttock off the ground as you press the hips equally towards the floor. And I just like you to find a version when you lift out of the floor. Now, if you feel in your body that this is just not comfortable, you just need a little release. Bend your leg, or you may release down on the floor. And instead of focusing the hips and the back bend at the same time, just relax, focus on your hips. Good, one more in breath. And then breathing out to relax the upper body down. Let the hands come a little further from you. So do this lifting and opening. On the next in breath, lift out of the ground. Maybe bring the hands closer if you want to, back bend. Press the hip into the floor, look up. On the out breath, slowly let the upper body sink. Maybe bring the forearms towards the floor. 2 more times like this. Lifting out of the floor. Let the arms press into the floor as you open up through the front of the body. And breathing out, slowly, mindfully release back. And then one more time, just the same. Breathing in, lifting. All the way up. And releasing back and down. Good. Next time, as you lift up, stay. You can join me to stretch the front of the leg more, or you can stay down. Your left hand coming across towards the middle of the shin. The right I'm going to reach up and over, and then you can look back until you go and get that foot. So you can hold onto the inside, the outside, or simply the top of your foot. Let your upper body or let the leg come towards the bottom, and then simply lift. So strain the shoulders, the hips out of it. Maybe bring the foot a bit closer. One more nice in breath. And on your next out breath, slowly, mindfully let go of the foot. Let the foot come back into the floor. And relax the whole of your body down. Simply bring that leg in. So you're going to find the knee, right knee towards your left foot. Inhale your arms up, bring the left arm behind you, the right hand across to the outside of the leg, and take a look behind you. It's a bit of a sage twist, releasing the spine. One more nice big deep in breath, and breathing out to release your twist. Come back to center. Allow your knees to come, or the feet to come toward each other. Let the hands find a place where you feel comfortable. Let the shoulders relax away. Take an in breath, and on the out breath, take a deep forward. So simply letting your upper body be heavy and light at the same time, using those forearms to open up for the hips. Next time as you inhale, let your knees come toward each other. Allow yourself to come into a lying position. So you're going to slowly roll yourself down the way that feels comfortable for you. So we're going to find the same position here with the feet together and the knees rolling out. The sole of the feet come toward each other, opening up a bit further. Let the arms come nice and wide. Palms up towards the ceiling. We're going to start to release and calm that nervous system down once more. On the next in breath, bringing your knees together, slowly roll towards the back of the mat with the knees together. Breathing in, breathe out to come back to center and take that roll across to the front of the mat. Good job. One more time, breathing in. Slowly this time just hold it here. And if you want a bit more stretch, you may bring that top knee up a little higher towards the armpit. Taking the back hand, the left hand on the top of your right knee, and you may look down your front arm. Good. So nice little release for your lower back after the twist, after the back bends. One more in breath. Bring the knees together. Release of your foot. Bring them back to the center. Release down to the front, and allow the front knee to come across. So you may place or come a bit higher up towards the armpit. The top knee. The right hand come onto the top of your left knee, and then you can look down your left arm. I always like to use one of these twists at the end of a class, especially when we work through the spine, because it feels divine for the lower back. So one more beautiful nourishing breath in. And on your next out breath, bring those knees together. Let your knees find the center. Allow your legs to extend if that's where you want to be. Or you may just keep your legs bent. You may roll onto your side or find a seated position for the next couple of minutes of gentle rest. So the arms can be wherever they feel comfortable. Remember to be open, so the fingers and the toes relaxing naturally. And finding that big, beautiful breath that's coming into your body. I keep saying beautiful breath. I'm sure you know what I mean when I say beautiful. That's our life, the breath, the prana, the energy that's flowing in every single cell of our bodies. Just try to stop any wriggling you may have in your body, making a final adjustment, find that complete rest, that complete release. Just get lost in that stillness, in that peace. Notice how the air feels on your skin. Notice any noises that might be around you. It may be complete stillness. Maybe a dog barking, whatever that is. Just notice it and let it go. Now notice how your hips feel after the session today. I'm hoping that you feel a little bit lighter physically and mentally. Releasing tension, letting go of tension that we build up in that area. It can bring amazing results. So today I want you to breathe into the front and the back of the hips. I want you to feel the strength you got in that area, the flexibility that you got in that area. The awareness that you're building slowly, movement by movement. Now as you start to bring the body back to life, we're slowly bringing a bit of movement into the hands and toes. We are going to slowly, mindfully bending the knees, and then you may bring in those knees up towards your chest. You're welcome to take a long stretch before you do that. Otherwise, as you hug those knees in, express some self-love, and then take a slow roll over towards your right side, left if you've got any blood pressure problem. You may stay there for a second, and then when you're ready, push yourself up, and then find your position in your seated position facing me, whatever position that is, Sukhasana, easy pose or cross-legged. Find your hands in front of your heart center. Breathe one more time deeply into your hips, down your spine. And then as you breathe out, open your mouth and give a big sigh. When you feel ready and able to, you may open your eyes. Let's finish with our closing prayer. With all the force in my hands, with all the knowledge of my mind, with all the love in my heart, I respect the soul in you. Take a bow. Namaste. So that was our yoga session for today. I'm hoping that you managed to get the benefits of it. You allow yourself the breathing to nourish your practice, and simply manage to relax your mind and body at the same time. Thank you for sharing this class with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you got any comments, I'm always happy to hear about it. So please let me know what you think, what you may be up for in the next videos. Thank you for sharing this class with me. Namaste.